Welcome to the Plant-Based Podcast. Did you know that plants are truly amazing? Not only can you grow them and eat them, you can also wear them, drink them, nourish your skin with them, and so much more. Let Ellen and Michael inspire you to love plants as much as they do, as they chat with the movers and shakers in this wonderful plant-based world. So, let's dig in.
This episode of the Plant-Based Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Cobra. The Cobra range of garden machinery is constantly expanding and offers the UK's largest range of lawnmowers. With a comprehensive lineup of quality and innovative petrol, electric, battery and cordless products to tackle any gardening task, Cobra is the newest evolution in garden machinery. Visit cobragarden.co.uk for your chance to win a variety of great Cobra products.
Welcome to the Plant-Based Podcast News.
Your horticultural news roundup for the week.
News just in, the more you garden, the better your well-being. Recent research has shown that gardening increases your well-being score by 2 to 3 times. This is compared to those who don't garden at all. This research was undertaken by the RHS with their other partners and was the result of almost 6,000 responses.
A rare orchid thought to be extinct in the UK has been found on the roof of a London building. 15 small flowered tongue orchids were found to be thriving after the last colony in Cornwall was destroyed in 2009. No one knows how the seeds travelled to London, but it is possible as orchid seeds are tiny and could have travelled in the wind or been in the turf used to build the rooftop garden, which was about 10 years ago.
Oh, that's really fascinating. So, the news we've all been waiting for. Despite restrictions, the RHS summer flower shows will still be going ahead. So you can indeed head to Hampton Court Flower Show and Tatton Park to indulge in the headiness of their incredible show gardens, floral marquees, and meet your horticultural friends that you haven't seen for 18 months. Plus, you can come to my talks.
What a plug. So are houseplants an eco-hazard? Houseplants have been super trendy for the last few years, but most are grown in peat compost. And after recent government plans to ban peat for amateur horticulturalists by 2024, this means banning peat for houseplant growing too. A recent Telegraph poll found that 82.9% of respondents did not realise that most houseplants are grown in peat.
Great news. So, 4 RHS partner gardens have been nominated for the Historic Houses Garden of the Year Award 2021. High Beeches Woodland and Water Garden in West Sussex, Kelmarsh Hall and Gardens in Northamptonshire, Lowther Castle and Gardens in Cumbria, and Penshurst Place and Gardens in Kent are all in the mix for the award. You can vote now until the 30th of September at historichouses.org/vote.
And lastly, on the news roundup today, the late Duke of Edinburgh is the latest to join the Royal Rose naming tradition, with a new rose named in his honour. In celebration of what would have been his 100th birthday, the Queen was given the rose named after the Duke, following his death on the 9th of April. Presented with a rose, Duke of Edinburgh by the RHS President. The rose was launched by Harkness Roses, which has been breeding and growing more than 200 British roses since 1879. Gazeus.
I am single-handedly responsible for bringing gazeus to these shores. God, I think so much of myself.
You really do.
But it's amazing. It's like this fizzy drink, and it's just fizzy water, and you put all sorts of different herbs and stuff in. Look, I put hibiscus in here. Make it soft.
Make the hibiscus.
Push it down. You're technically supposed to have it with a wide straw, and then you can suck up the fruit as well at the same time, because it's basically sparkling water with different kind of fermented fruit juices, pieces of fruit as well, spices. Sometimes your stirrer might be a cinnamon stick.
Ooh, saucy.
Anyway, good morning.
Well, it's very tasty. Thank you so much. So, as usual, it's the news extra on the episode tonight. So we have to talk about the news partially before we go off on talking about a million other things.
I'm waiting for my hibiscus to go soft.
While we drink our amazing plant-based drinks.
Oh, it's so healthy, isn't it, darling? What have you been up to? We just recorded a really lovely podcast with Talking Dirty podcast.
Yeah, with Thordis and Alan Gray from East Ruston.
Rivals.
No, we don't do rivalry, darling, do we?
All right, okay, good. I just wanted to check.
We done a lovely recording with them. It was really nice to chat. It's always great to chat with anyone about plants.
Oh, definitely.
We were both very excitable, like children.
I was really, I was pleased that I could teach Alan Beauty Cow, this new petunia hybrid, because he knows everything about plants.
Oh my gosh,
So
yeah.
to show him a new plant was pretty cool.
Yeah, and he wrote it down, so he's going to basically have that in his garden very soon at East Ruston. So another thing to be very excited about are the garden shows.
Ooh, my lord.
Hampton Court, Tatton Park.
I've just had an email back. I'm on press day for Hampton Court.
Of course you are.
So I'll see you there, babe.
I'll see you there.
Yeah?
5th of July.
We should have a coffee.
Well, if you're lucky, I might not want to have a coffee with you.
Oh my God, you're not going to blank me, are you? That would be so horrible.
Anyway.
That would really break my heart, to be honest.
What if I blanked you?
Yeah, it'd be horrible.
Oh, I'd love to try and do it now. Just for fun, but I don't think I'd even...
in disguise.
I literally don't think I'd even be able to pretend to
You should be in a Jessie J wig.
In a Jessie J wig. Anyway, it's great news that the shows are still going ahead, that is for sure. So I know we'll see plenty of people out and about enjoying the flower shows.
I'll be peeing all night.
Oh my goodness.
Right, carry on.
I'll be peeing all the way home in the car. I'll have to stop like 5 times.
You can stop at Dis. There's a lovely BP there. You can buy yourself some mashed potato for tea.
Hour and 20-minute journey, and I have to stop about 5 times.
Oh, Ellen, I know we're here to talk about news, but I've got a recipe for you.
Yes?
Have you ever made aligot?
No.
It's French, and oh my God, it's a really cool thing. It's basically mashed potato with cheese and mustard. Like, obviously, you would have vegan cheese. Don't come at me with that. And garlic as well. And it's really cool. And the key is in the mixing of it.
Right.
And apparently, like, in the small villages in France, they make this aligot, like, and in the village, like, there's men that kind of, like, stir the aligot for, like, an hour or something. Yeah.
So is it...
And it's to get this real kind of texture, and it's then...
But what is the texture? Because when you mash potato, or you put any moisture in it, and you keep doing this...
It's kind of like sexy, smooth potato.
I was going to say, it's like almost like semolina.
Yeah, almost. But oh my God, I've been making my own recipe. I put bacon in as well, and
not vegan.
Oh my God, it's beautiful, Helen. Just imagine, like, if your evening meal was a bowl of mashed potato and cheese. That's basically what this is. It's like being at school.
Okay.
But for grown-ups.
All of the nutrients that you need.
Why is my hibiscus not softening?
I don't know, Michael.
Sorry, I'm going to give yours a prod.
Fingers off my straw.
No, but it's going to release the colour in a minute. It's going to be beautiful.
Whilst you fiddle with my hibiscus.
Yeah.
What about the rare orchid?
What about the rare orchid?
What about it?
Yeah.
Don't you think that's super cool?
I know.
We all
I wonder how it got there. That's really cool.
Right. This has no scientific basis. There's no scientific basis to this instinct that I have, but I reckon it was on the wildflower turf that they used to make the river garden.
That seems quite obvious, doesn't it, actually?
Obviously, Cornwall to London, in the wind, the seeds could, of course, get there. But really, they'd had about 10 years ago, which wasn't that long after the last... orchids were seen in Cornwall.
True.
They hadn't laid, so I think that's how. But how cool is that?
Oh my God, Ellen! I met some amazing. I met some amazing wildflower turf last week.
You met it? Did you become well acquainted?
But we did, obviously, we decorated a car with plants for Steph's packed lunch.
Yeah.
Standard. And,
As you do.
and we put wildflower turf on the roof. And I picked it up in a place near Lincoln called Tiller's Turf. It's amazing. If I was going to have a wildflower lawn, it's all there ready to go. And what I quite liked about it wasn't too sniffy. It wasn't all English natives necessarily. So you had a bit of salvia in there, a bit of, something else from somewhere else. And it was just, oh my God, it's amazing.
Pretty.
And I had this idea I could put it on my garage roof.
Well, of course you could. Have a green roof. Oh, that would be awesome.
I know. But, everybody talks about green roofs, sedum, blah, blah, blah.
I can have
But
all
grass,
different ones,
that would be cool. But wildflower grass, because then you don't need to cut it. But that would be cool, wouldn't it? Can't I just whack it on there, put it on the corrugated?
No.
Or do you have to do it properly?
Yeah, you have to do it properly.
Knowing my luck, it'll come through the roof. Won't it?
Very good.
I just want to bung it up there and be done.
And what about your houseplants? Let's talk about all these houseplants you've got going on at the moment. Are they
Me?
in peat compost?
Who? What? Oh, no. Are they? What?
The news!
No, they're probably not. No.
So none of your houseplants are in peat compost?
No, let me reread it, sorry.
You actually can't even remember the news that we talked about.
Our houseplants, Anika has another.
Oh my gosh. Oh, did I sound like what's her name? Or Friends?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
can't read when you're talking.
Okay, so anyway, obviously there's a huge trend in houseplants over the previous years. We've got loads of houseplants, both of us, and then there's the peat ban for amateur gardeners. But of course, most houseplants are planted in peat compost.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm not suddenly going to feel ashamed and get rid of them, am I?
No, oh my gosh, no.
Yeah.
We just have to kind of look out for peat-free alternatives, I guess, going forward. And the growers and the sellers need
Have you seen anybody
plant it.
selling like that?
What?
Anybody selling peat-free houseplants? Because
Well, B&Q are all peat-free, aren't they?
I don't know.
Does that include the houseplants?
I don't know if that applies to houseplants as well.
There you
There
go.
might be a clever loophole there.
These
for them,
are the questions we
but they
should be
shouldn't
asking.
be looping.
Yeah.
This? I did a tiny bit of work before Christmas for a company called Plant Kind,
Right.
and I think they might be. They make a big thing of a lot of stuff being sustainable, etc.
Right.
So they could be peat-free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, interesting anyway, because we always think about outside, don't we? Outdoor
We'll have to,
plants.
what do you call it? Interrogate Donna.
Let's interrogate our houseplant expert on the
Yeah.
podcast, Donna, and see what she's got to say about it. Anyway, I'm super enjoying this, by the way.
You
the
are?
drink is lovely.
Do you know what? I crushed a little bit of basil into the water, and it actually gives quite a bit of flavour, doesn't
Oh,
it?
I can really taste the basil.
Because I'm always a bit... You were talking about herbs earlier, how they give taste to dishes and stuff. I'm always a bit, not underwhelmed, but just I expect a lot from them in terms of flavour.
Okay.
But this is really nice with
It
the
is.
gooseberries as well.
It's like pizza in a glass.
Pizza?
Yeah, the basil.
Oh, yeah, true. Oh, dear. Oh, there was a new rose for the Duke of Edinburgh as well.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Presented by Keith Weed. That's
Yeah.
a stage name, isn't it?
That is, isn't it? Do you
What a
think
fantastic name that is.
what a great name for president of the
That is
RHS.
perfect.
Keith Weed. You couldn't have made that up, could you really?
They had a piece on Steph's Packed Lunch the other week where they had people that had names that alluded to their jobs, and he popped up on there as well. So.
Did he really? I think that's brilliant.
Oh, perfect.
But yeah, the Duke of Edinburgh now has a rose, and it was launched by Harkness Roses. So presented to the Queen.
Yeah, have you seen my rose? I've got some lovely Danish ones out there.
I've seen your beautiful white rose. Has a very delicate, sweet fragrance.
Yeah, it's a lovely colour, isn't it? Well, it's not colour at all. is
Well,
it?
no, but you sort of see it in front of your grey garage door,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it stands out, which is really cute.
True, actually. Although I started to feel indecisive about this garage. I was suddenly like, should it be pink?
No, pink would look horrendous with
Yeah.
your Acer.
Oh, horrendous. Okay, cool.
I actually said horrendous.
That's a watchword. I'm just like, oh my God, Ellen, I get bored so quickly. I'm just like, I want to change that up.
No kidding. I'm surprised we've been friends all these years
dear,
and you
do you-
haven't pushed
I
me
know,
aside
God.
for a new one.
Do you like my alliums?
I love your alliums.
Do you like my
Yeah.
foxgloves?
I love your foxgloves.
Do you like my Acer?
I love your Acer.
Oh, do you like my autumn ferns?
I love your
Don't
ferns.
they look lovely? Look at them.
Your
Oh my
ferns
God.
are very lovely.
And look at them next to the Sangosorba.
I'm feeling like you're very needy with regards to your garden right
know,
now.
I'm just looking at
Do
it.
you love this? Do you love this?
I'm just feeling a bit proud, Ellen.
I'm really pleased, and it looks really good. And we were
How's
saying,
your allotment,
we were saying earlier on that it looks really mature, considering that it was only planted up from like October last year.
Because I'm an impatient little girl,
You
aren't I?
are impatient.
Tell me about your allotment. Have you got everything planted out now?
It's good, thanks. Everything's planted out. All the salads are out. Oh, actually, I said everything, not the brassicas yet. They're not out. But potatoes, onions, sweet potatoes, a chocha or a chucha or a kocha.
Okay.
I've heard it said all three
Have
ways.
you eaten it though?
Yeah, fried up, it's fine. Like
okay.
it's fine. Like raw, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a fruit, but you eat it like a vegetable. So I've got those vines growing, which are really good. I've got some loofahs growing. I've got a new medlar tree, which is lovely. I'm really excited about that. And obviously, being vegan, I must have chickpeas and soybeans. I've got turquoise and strawberry corn.
Oh, that's cool.
And some really cool squash varieties. So daisy squash.
I've got 2 squash. You gave me some squash.
To plant in your front garden.
But one of them had 2 seedlings in the pot.
Look at you. So you got 3.
I separated them. I was thrifty.
I got some blue pumpkins growing this year. I've got speckled swan squash growing, and I'm having a shot at growing melons. I've tried before in a polytunnel I used to have on my own old allotment. They're very small, but
there are some that will go outdoors.
Yep, so I've got an aster. I've also got some oriental melon. I've got pepino melons, but they're not actually melons. They're more like aubergines, but they're in with the melons. Yeah, they taste like a cross between melon and cucumber, but they're kind of this sort of size.
With a little stripe on them, aren't they?
Kind of like a maroony
really cool.
stripe. So there's loads going on, basically.
But they're one of those fruits you never find in the shops, aren't they? So,
exactly.
It's quite cool to grow those.
It's worth giving it a go, you know. I always think it's all an experiment.
You gave me a tomatillo as well, right?
Yeah.
Are you growing those?
I've got 2 left. The slugs blooming like those.
Really?
Yes.
Do they need to be indoors though, or what?
Well, they're in the greenhouse, but the greenhouse still gets slugs, believe me. Are we boring you?
Oh, sorry.
Let's end the news. Thanks. This is News Extra.
It's been a really busy day, Alan. I've been doing seminars and everything for days now.
Oh, well, you're allowed to
I feel like,
yawn.
in all honesty, I'm only just coming up for air.
Well, to be honest, it doesn't seem like that. It seems like you're very buoyant, or maybe it's just adrenaline.
This is weird euphoria, you know.
This is where you're so tired that it's like all so much. Okay.
We're going to play a game later, though, aren't we?
We are.
What are we going to play?
Well, we're going to do like a blind tasting session where you've got herbs. I think.
Taste them or sniff them or what?
But you could do. I think you should be able
both,
to do
just
both.
to try and identify. Yeah.
So basically, you've picked some, I've picked some plants, and then we just have to guess what they are.
We're going to do it live, and it'll be on the IGTV by the time you hear this episode.
I feel like we need to get it done really quickly.
And I've
because
engineered.
You're going to drop in a minute.
No.
You're going to come down really fast.
I've engineered a very special box for Ellen to put her hand into.
It is really. It's so cool.
But you can't look.
But you will see it on IGTV later.
Because I'm going to set up here. I'm going to put them in that side with my hands, and then you're going to put your hand in that side, and then sniff it.
And then am I going to do the same to you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
box is like a kind of what do you call it? Like a transporter. No, what's the thing? What's the thing where you can go to another universe? Transponder? No. Teleporter.
A time machine.
It's a teleporter, and it will teleport you back to your allotment. So that's cool. You get the watering done.
Okay. Michael and Ellen's stinky challenge. I didn't realise it said stinky.
What do you think it said?
I don't know. I didn't
Slinky.
I just didn't see. Anyway, very good. Thank you. Thanks for listening. That's News Extra. Catch you later.
Thanks. Bye.
Cobra is the very proud partner of Series 4 of the Plant-Based Podcast, joining in the celebration of plants, gardens and outdoor living. With over 60 models of lawnmowers available in the Cobra range, there's something for every garden. As a special offer for our listeners, Cobra is offering the chance to win exclusive prizes. Head over to cobragarden.co.uk to find out more.
The music for the Plant-Based Podcast is part of the song Grow by Mikey James, and our editor is Gareth Patch of Semi Echo.